Hello and welcome to me, the partner, playing Jak and Daxter. And here we are back in Misty Isles on the water, chilling out with us under the stars, which are always constant around here. There's no day or night cycle. That I know in this area. I know this game does transition, which was another thing that like blew my mind as a young child. Seeing day and night cycles for the first time was always super fascinating for me because it's like, wow, this is like a real world. What? Which was always fun to see. And I just like the fact that like developers were looking at that level of immersion and like trying to add it into out of like 2D space, because I know like some 2D games had it and all that. And so you can argue that it's harder for 2D developers, but like it is harder for 3D, and especially in like a fully open game, something like this at the time, and something like GTA, which was just unheard of, and some people probably did say it was impossible. But hey, don't ever tell the Scots what they can't do. I would say. I think there's some more eggs that I've missed. And I think they're behind the skull. Yes, they are. Yep. Or did I get them? I got them. I can't even remember 2 minutes ago, people. I can't even remember 2 minutes ago. That's how bad I am at playing these video games. But as I go on, now I'm going to do the Donkey Kong section. I'm going to beat up this lurker because right now lurkers are bad guys. Ugh. I don't want to say much about it, but yeah, if I ever do get around to playing Jak and Daxter 2, lurkers become a really touchy subject. But this game does dodges, dodges like the silver bullet it is. They're respectable members of society. They were basically held against their will to do bad. And then it's just pleasantly forgot and doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. So, gonna do the same. If the game wants me to beat them up, I'm gonna beat them up. If the game doesn't want me to, I'm not gonna do it. Even though, secretly, I can do. I don't know. I don't read much into video games. I tend to try and avoid any form of like what video games can be, what they're trying to tell me. I don't care. I'm here to play games. It's what I like doing. I'm not one for story. I'm one for gameplay. If you've got great mechanics and the game feels good, I will play your game. I'm not in for like. It's so hard for a game to actually win me over on story, even though some of the games that we're currently playing, Last of Us, it's a great story. I love it. I died. I died on the Donkey Kong machine. Um, like so few like other games that I've seen the story of and actually gone, well, that's a really emotional ride. Mainly because, as we've talked about on this channel before, I'm dyslexic. So when it came to something like Final Fantasy, I can't read that well and I can't read that fast. Even putting it on slow was difficult for me to even keep up on. So I never got the emotional weight of like Final Fantasy VII until like YouTube came around and I actually watched a Let's Play of it. And then finally, I could understand where everyone was fucking coming from when it was like, oh, that girl died. So emotional. Still really wasn't, but context and everything. Whee! Rolling, 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 rolling. Now I do know in this area that there are a ton of like train glitches that you can perform. Like there's a bunch of like invisible ledges and shit. But I'm not gonna pull that shit off because I don't know where half of them are. Nor have I had the practice, so I'm just gonna go through this as the game intended me to because that's how I do things. Whee! Beating stuff up. I feel really bad for the craftsmen who built all these wooden chests. I don't know. It's just something weird. It's just like, oh, just actually think about it for a while. It's just like this man built this because it's like before industrial times in this world anyway. So like someone must have handmade all of these chests. It's gotta suck when so you just see someone just breaking them like they're so brittle. Whee! Is that far enough? No. Whee! Blow these up. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Apparently, I'm going to start singing the Addams Family. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, had lunch. Had a pasty. level of conversation I'm willing to have with you YouTube right now is what lunch I had. I had a Cornish pasty. Not actually a Cornish pasty, I had some pizza, but it was from the Cornish pasty shop. Now I do know there is a way of getting into that room before having to do this, but balls it, let's do it anyway, because it's not that difficult, you just gotta be knowing what you're meant to be doing, and that's doing shurikens and spin kicks for wherever. Yep, just jumping up and smashing down. These guys give out not so much life, but just enough. Probably. What the fuck do? Could really do with a big chunk of life right now. But I don't think they're going to give it to me. Oh, they just did. They just did, didn't they? And they're all there. Like bastards. Oh. Let's spin. Let's spin and run away from these guys, because it's getting real scary. I really like the design of these lurkers, to be fair. I've always thought they were really, like, fun. They're just, like, chunky and, like, loose enough to be, like, really, like, comical, but yet slightly eerie. Like, if you were a kid or something. I always thought they were, like, a real, like, fun design. I always thought that they had, like, a lot of character to them. You got a lot out of, like, you know, just, like, looking at them, just going, like, oh, I can get them. They look bad, but they look kind of goofy, they look kind of silly, but they look like they can handle themselves in a fight. So, like, being in a fight with them is kind of like, oh shit. You do feel like they can hit like something heavy. Oh look, it's the pit where you went in, Dexter. Want to go back in? I'll chuck you in and see if you can turn into something else. Don't know. Where the story actually does go in this trilogy is weird. Oh, it's so weird. So dumb, to be fair. Like, I truly do believe this game was never meant for a trilogy. Like many games, to be fair. Oh, balls! Oh, Jak, we died again. We're not doing too great, but we're doing better than I thought we'd be doing. Oh, and I've kind of found like a neat trick of taking these guys down. I'm kind of happy. It's just about timing. And it's something else like this combat in this game, while being really simplistic, just feels so good. Like with the forward punch into like uppercut and then into a downward tackle. It's really nice. It feels really impactful. Even with the spin, when you land a decent hit, it feels really good. There we go. Spin to win. Can't get it. Probably spin for it, and you probably get it. This. Get that. Run around, run around. I don't think there's any like weird blue shit. Normally when you see blue shit, when you see the blue eco stuff in this game, normally means that there's going to be something you can use it on. I think there is, if I remember correctly. So let's find it first, and then I can probably do it after. Is probably the best way of doing it, and especially when I got crap to knock down, and especially when the camera is freaking out on me, like it is here. But we're gonna get through this like champs, like people of integrity and of honor. Don't know what I'm saying, but you know, it sounds cool. Whee! So yeah, now that I found out what I'm meant to be doing, so now I can at least plan my route, which is go back down here, turn around slowly, and not get stuck on terrain like that, and end up in a weird floating glitch like you can. It's rare, it's hard to do, but it's totally possible, and it does happen sometimes. Whee! Roll over and just get this to go like that, and boom, done. Alright, awesome. That was way easier than I remember. I remember some of these like stuff, like doing the runs like that. The runs. I remember having the runs once, and it was terrible. No, like doing like the blue eco runs like that. Like it can be super annoying because they do want you to do some crazy shit. Because there is a section in the next town over, in the lost precursor tomb, that is a ball ache for anybody who's not used to like this game, and how, well, really just not used to this game. There's a section in which you have to do or ignore. That's it's something nice about it. You can ignore it, but it is such a pain. You'll see it. It's the tube section. If anybody can remember the tube section in which you can get two. I think it's 2 power cells, and where one of the bugs are. Oh God, missed him. Oh, take him down. Take down Mr. Club. So yeah, we're like almost. Let's have a quick look. We're pretty much done. Yeah, we're pretty much done with Misty Isles. We've only got one more section to do, and that's the section right next to the Misty platforms here. It is something like I kind of wish they had more of. Is like just like names for these like locations. They have names for the places, but not locations. Like I say, like the level of lore in this game is so paper thin. But that's pretty much all of Naughty Dog's games. Is every bit of story is just so paper thin and full of he deserved that one. It's like so full of cliche that it just like you already know the stories before they're even told most of the time. And it's like playing Jak and Daxter. It's like, oh, this is so cool, but you already know what the story is. But it's so like, especially the first one, it's so charming and like its presentation that you can kind of just take it. You just take it as it is, and you just go like, you know, you know, it's nothing groundbreaking. The story's not great, but I'll take it as it is because it's just so charming and nice. But where this game goes, where this franchise goes in its darkness, I don't really like it that much. I liked 2 when it came out, but I don't like it now as much as I used to. I really don't like 3, and if I ever do get to those games, you're gonna hear a lot of my criticisms of 3 for sure. But for 1, I have nothing but like pure blissful joy for, and I can say bad things about it, but I really don't want to. It's just too much of just a nice, charming game for me personally, and it has like some really I have some really fond memories of like playing this game for hours on end, just hours, just like seeing if there were secrets in this thing, just seeing if there were how fast can I actually finish this game and stuff like that as a kid, you know, before like heck even before the internet, before I had the internet. I got it kind of, I say late, but that doesn't mean much these days. It's like, oh, I got the internet late. I got it like in the late 90s. Like, that's not late. But, you know what I mean. Woo! Jumping around. And it's just like, you know, like, again, like, it's another blue eco bit that I gotta do. And they're not the easiest. They are not the easiest. And I'm gonna just... There's another thing that's, well... There's another thing that I do like about like this franchise as a whole, I would say, is the options it's willing to give you in terms of like movability. Man, I was so bad on that, but I got it. Like the fact that it's just like Crash, on how like Crash gave you so many options in terms of how you could move. You got your spin, you got your jump, you got your long jump, you got your skid, you got your skid jump, you got your belly flop. You got so many options, and it's just the same in this game. Like. It gives you so many options, and yet it never demands you to even perform any of them really on any consistent base. Like, there's no section in which you have to get used to doing the roll jump or the roll jump into high jump. There's none of it. It's there. It's there if you want it, but it's never there. It's never there deliberately. Which I always liked. I always like appreciate when a developer will give you more options to actually tackle a scenario than what is perceivably you're meant to do. But anyway, we're heading back. Jak looking more stoic than he really is because he's a bit of a dunce in this game. It's like, oh, I'll go over there. No, my best friend. Oh, I couldn't care. Everyone takes like what happened to Daxter so lightly in this. Like, they never really take it as seriously as they should, but when it happens to Jak, ooh, do people get pissed? Well, Jak gets pissed. That's in Jak 2. Again, let me know if you want me to actually do it, because I can. I'm not going to 100% it, because some of the stuff you have to do in that game is bullshit. Those shooting galleries, you can balls off. I'll do them for story purposes, but nothing else. I'm gonna go quickly back before we move on. Before I tackle the lava thing, I'm just gonna jump back here because I'm pretty sure if I have a quick look that we missed. We did. We did. We missed one. So I'm going back. I'm going back to Gypsy Rock. Is it? Is it Gypsy Rock? In which May lost her crap, lost it when she saw this for the first time. Let's just do it again. Where you see Daxter riding Jak like a pony. Good times. Long times ago. Should watch those old videos. They'll probably be attached to this video, to be fair. Probably put them in the same playlist. But you should watch them. You should like our stuff and tell us how much you like it in the comment section below. You do this stuff for us. Makes us happy. Makes me happy, and it makes May happy. And that's all I really care about, is making her happy, because I love her and everything. So I say. I don't know. I'm going to say this egg is going to be around here on this little bit of beach. Because they're little Dickenses. They can be around here. But I don't know for sure. Alright, I may be wrong. So I'll move on into the next section. I remember when we first got this collection, I had completely forgot this training level. I remember the island, but I didn't remember all of it. And I was convinced where these blue orbs were, you had to get them to run to then open this door around this corner here with it. But you totally don't, because there's a blue fountain, the blue eco fountain right here. And when I managed to do it, it took me like 3 attempts. And when I did it, Alice just turned to me and laughed. May, sorry, turned around and just laughed her ass off at me. Oh, this egg's got to be somewhere around here. I'm pretty sure we made a joke about it on the video. I remember it. Oh, there it is. Oh, we found it. We found the last egg. Yes. Yeah, for some reason in this game I get proper I get proper completionist about this game. I totally want to finish it 100% for some bizarre reason. Anytime I play this game, I'm like, I gotta complete it. It's so easy. Mainly because it is really easy to complete 100% this game. Like, there's no side challenge in this game that is particularly difficult. Like I say, like the hardest stuff in this game are the mini games by far are the hardest, but they're not that difficult. You just got to learn what the mini game is and learn the patterns, because they all repeat. They're never dynamic. Well, they are dynamic, but you learn what they're about and you can learn how to handle them. Is this where I got it? No, this is the fisherman's hut. That's not where I'm meant to be. I am meant to be in here, so I can pay my uncle. There we go. There we go. Finally, we finished this. My uncle has got money, and he can go and do whatever the hell he wants. Go and explore the one island, 2 island. Apparently everything happens on this one island. And I know that's not true, because in Jak 2 you pretty much see the rest of the world. But even then, oh, there's actually a map. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't even realize. I feel so stupid. I think this is the first time I've ever seen this map. Gah. Yeah, that's like the map of the first area. Damn game. You got stuff that I don't even know about. To the sculptor, so he can get his marmoset, so he can get his muse back. Woo! There we go. Got your muse. Got his muse. Talking about how much he loves it. Gives us a power cell. Starts sculpting away. There we go. Oh. Running through this game, trying to do it as fast as I can. Oh, here we go. Here's a night shift. But like the lights are starting to light up and all that, and it's like, wow, look at it. Because again, like for the time, this game was actually really good. Like it still is really good looking. Like I know like it's using like some like really like low polys, but the textures are actually really really good and they do hold up. Like they're not as bad as like PlayStation 1 textures, which are just really bad as brush effects. There's the last one. See, I knew where it is. I knew where it was. Even poor English. Now I'm going to have to do this section twice to get it 100% because I'm pretty sure I'm going to die getting all these eggs the first time. So it's going to take me a while, probably. Let's just mosey on through this. Tell us all you like, lady. So look, I don't know why, but she looks better in this version of like in Jak 1 than she does in Jak 2 and 3. In Jak 3 she looks stoned. She looks awkward. But hey, character models change. And I'm pretty sure they changed the voice actress as well, which was probably one of the more peculiar things to do. I know like they got the same voice for Daxter. Jak doesn't really have a voice in this game, doesn't say anything. And they got the same voice actor for the Sage, but they never got the same for the girl. I can't remember her name. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, I'm pretty positive in 3 they got rid of her. I don't know. If I'm wrong and people do know, please inform me. Please leave a comment below telling me how wrong I am. I do like to be right most of the time, even though if you watch our other stuff, I'm wrong a lot of the time. So yeah, so in this section, see what I mean? See what I mean? See what I mean? Gonna die. Yeah, in this section, you gotta get the water, keep your heat meter low, and just get through it as fast as possible. But since we're trying to get everything in this playthrough, it is go super slow and try and keep the water, try and keep as cool as possible. But you're mainly going to be going slow a lot because we are wanting to get all of the bugs and all of the eggs, which, like I said before, this thing handles so badly. Does make it a bit of a challenge sometimes, and I don't want the speed because the speed will make my handling even worse than what it is already. And I'm going to go really slow so I can get all this stuff because the hitbox on this vehicle is so crap, so bad. You would expect it to be a little bit bigger, be a little more generous to you. Just got that water. But it's really not. It's actually really tight. So, god damn it. So yeah, like I say, just gonna die a lot through this. Just take it genteelly. Like I can get through this quite quickly, I'll say. But we are trying to get everything, and it's gonna take some time. Hit him, boosh. I wonder if like the lurkers are just like built like fire retardant. Like that would be an amazing like creature trace. You know, like if you ever like do role playing, like to have like an ability like that, it's like you are not affected by fire. It's like wow, that like negates like most of the magic. That negates most of the awful stuff that the DM can throw at us. That's amazing. But you gotta like if you are playing as a lurker, you probably gotta take an intelligence like reduction by a lot. I don't know. They don't seem like the smartest of creatures, to be fair. But heck, I've played big dumb things in D&D before, and it's a lot of fun because you don't have to care about thinking. You just have to punch things really, really hard. And when you're silly, when you're dumb, people just listen to you because you can hit things really, really hard. So you become the best negotiator, even though you shouldn't be. Oh, D&D, you're a weird, weird creation, and one day I'll get back into playing you, but not right now, because I just don't have the time, nor the people. But anyway, we're in Rock Village, and after this cutscene, I think